we were advised that would be the best one for her. It was quite modern, and due to Mum's young age, it wasn't your typical older person's nursing home. So we went to view that in February, and Mum decided that she liked it and she wanted to be placed on the waiting list.
And then I'm guessing COVID happens, doesn't it? We have a pandemic. What happens then?
As far as we were aware, she was still on the waiting list. Nothing was really mentioned about her moving. And then it was the beginning of April, we were told that the council wanted Mum placed elsewhere on a temporary basis due to COVID, and they gave us a choice of 4 different care homes to look at, all in the Edinburgh area.
Did they tell you then that they wanted to get her out of this temporary hospital, this temporary place, because of COVID, to let people come into the hospital?
Yes.
Right.
To let people come into High Bank,
Right, and then she would go to a care home, and they said, what, there's a place ready?
Well, there was the choice of 4 different care homes that we were asked to look into. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to view them in person due to COVID. So we were looking at the care reviews and stuff online, and then it transpired that they were all actually full. So she wasn't able to go to one of them anyway. And then the next again week, we got a phone call to say that a place at Drummond Grange had came up. We'd already raised our concerns about moving Mum, and I didn't understand the rationale for moving her from one care home to another care home on a temporary basis to then move her to Drummond Grange permanently. I couldn't understand the rationale for it, and I don't think there was any rationale explained to me as to why this was happening. So she was then, the space became available at Drummond Grange. We raised our concerns again. There was discussions held with Mum. Mum agreed to go to Drummond Grange, but it was quite apparent that Mum didn't have full capacity. And I don't think she fully understood the implications of a global pandemic. I don't think she understood the severity of it. She just thought she was going to Drummond Grange, that's where she was wanting to be, so she agreed. I questioned it again. Did she have to go? Did I have any choice? And I was told no. So she was then moved on the 29th of April up to Drummond Grange from High Bank.
And did you know at the time that there was COVID in Drummond Grange?
Well, what had happened was I got a phone call on the Monday before Mum moved, and I was told that there was COVID in Drummond Grange, but it was down the stairs and it was well contained and it wasn't in Mum's unit. And it's since transpired that there was COVID in Mum's unit, and we weren't made aware of that.
How did you feel about all this at the time?
We were scared. We couldn't understand why, if Mum had been in the community due to her diabetes and her vascular dementia, she would have been classed as shielding. So who then deemed Mum less risk to move from home to home when the country was in lockdown and we were being told we weren't allowed to mix households due to danger to life? Who deemed Mum less risk to move her? She moved from a place of safety. She was safe in High Bank. She was contained in her room, and she's been moved up to Drummond Grange and passed away 3 weeks later.